what's going on, everybody? It's True Warrior here, bringing you another Fortnite video. So here we are with Season 6. It is out, and I've jumped into Playground mode here just to kind of give you an overview about what is going on with some of the map changes and some of the other things that you're going to see in-game. The first thing you're going to notice that I'm diving into here is Loot Lake. So before we hop into all this, I want you to, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, follow me. Greatly appreciate all the support that we're getting. I've got a few new followers, it seems like, each day. So we're growing slowly as a channel, and I greatly appreciate all the support there. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that way you stay up to date with all of the videos that come out. So now let's get into the Season 6 update. It's here. It's been highly anticipated, and people have been looking forward to it. So the first thing that you're going to notice here is that I am on the Loot Lake house. There it is. It is literally floating like some type of Wizard of Oz sort of thing, and the house is floating way above everything else. So you can go out to the edge here, and up here you're going to find some chests and different things that are just laying around. So there's just a random slurp. And we're now at the edge, and down there at the bottom is Loot Lake. So the lake itself, this area down here is just what's being held up that has been elevated, as you saw in the preview video. And when you jump off, you actually start to glide down, and you pull out your glider. If you go to the center portion here, it shoots you back up into the air, and you can keep going again. And there you see the cube that is it's soaked into the loot or the lake, and we thought that it was just going to turn into the water and make it all bouncy and everything, but it actually ended up being absorbed up under the house, and now it's here. So you see, I'm just floating in place right now. This is what the cube will allow you to do. It just kind of floats everything up here in place, and if I push down to dive, I can actually go down. If I let go, I start to float back up. So this is going to be interesting to see how people use this, and you can fly out of this and pull out your glider. So it's going to be interesting to see how people use this. It is going to make for a more interesting Loot Lake. So I'm excited to try this out. Right now I'm going to kind of jump in, and let's see what happens as we go towards. So look, there's all kinds of loot down here. It's made this area, some more terrain. I mean, this is going to be an interesting finish if you have to end here for a game. So it's going to be nuts. So see, once I get close enough, it automatically starts throwing me into the sky. It just elevates you slowly, and you can fly around literally like Superman. I'm just flying straight, and it's still elevating me. Now, if I point down, I can start heading downwards, but you can fly up, can look upwards and start flying up, and then actually land on top of the structure up here, this ground platform. So this is really cool, actually. It's going to be interesting to see how it's used in the game. I mean, of the things that have come out so far, I really like this, how they didn't really get rid of Loot Lake. They just kind of changed Loot Lake. So let me know in the comments section what you think about it. Do you think this is a good change, a good addition to the game? Do you think was this what you were expecting out of a change from Loot Lake? Do you think it's going to make things more competitive? Let me know what you think down in the comment sections. Now, all the places that the cube stopped, it had burned these runes into the ground. And we saw these runes, and a lot of people were kind of speculating as to what these things would do, what they would be. It doesn't look like they do anything at this point. They're just here, but there's been a bit of reaction to these runes, and the area around it has kind of like been destroyed, almost like the crater that hit Dusty Depot and turned it into Dusty Divot. So now you've just got this evil type of crater area with these stones that are all around it. But the most interesting addition to this is this cube. This is a new, it's like a miniature cube that you can consume, and it automatically turns you into a ghost. It's basically like a shadow stone, and as you move around, you start to display a little more. And it actually shows a trail, but if you stop moving, you literally become invisible and nobody can see you. So there's really no offensive advantage to this because you cannot shoot, you cannot do anything outside of it. Even whenever you pull the trigger button, it causes you to go into what is called a phase mode. So the phase is if I'm just moving forward, I can't go through this structure. But if I hit phase, I actually can disappear and go through it. I'm actually just going to go through the house. You can go through any structure in the game just by hitting the phase. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know if I like this, to be quite honest with you. I don't like how they Epic is adding in so many different things to allow you to just kind of run away and escape. It's very interesting that they would add something like this. Okay, so I hit the phase a little too early. You got to be up closer to it to be able to phase through and hold the button and you can shoot through it. So yeah, that's that. I mean, I don't know that I like this. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. I mean, it does allow you to have a little more you kind of like low gravity sort of thing. When you jump, you go higher, it takes longer, it makes you move faster and those sort of things, and you can use the phase. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about this. Do you think this is a good addition to the game? Do you not like it? My personal opinion is I'm undecided fully right now so far. Not a fan right out the gate. So we'll see how it plays in game and kind of go from there and see if that's something that is going to be beneficial for us. One of the other changes that you're going to see in the game as well is that Wailing Woods has been revamped. So there you see the rune and the damage that has been placed around it. That's taken place and all the runes show on your map. So you can see that here on the map on all the different places and the level of area that it covers. But this rune here is in Wailing Woods, and there's been a lot of additions and changes to Wailing Woods, which I think has made this more of a viable place to go. So we've seen changes come to Moisty Mire, and Moisty Mire was taken out of the game and replaced with Paradise Palms, which is basically like a deserted type of tilted towers. So here in Wailing Woods, though, you have cabins that have formed. You've got cabin down here. You've got a cabin right there. There's another cabin over here. So there's just different structures and different things that have taken place here inside of Wailing Woods. So we'll hop down and we'll take a look at those. Let's see. Okay. Use that bouncer. And I will give you some more information about some of the other changes that have taken place in the game. One of the things that you're going to see is that bouncers are no longer in the game. You can use them in Playground, but that's it. They are a vaulted item. There have been multiple vaulted items within the game, and there's been a lot of changes. I will go over some of those patch notes and stuff in another video, so please be on the lookout for that one. But yeah, we'll talk about some of those details. But yeah, there are some vaulted items. There's been a lot of changes. Here's one of the cabins running through here. Go down into the basement. Yeah, so there's all kinds of loot and different things that you can get here out of these cabins. This is a really interesting place to go now. I mean, it's making it, it's more than just trees and mushrooms, okay? There's stuff that you can get. Now, for roughly 2 seasons, we've been wondering if the bunker was ever going to open, and we thought maybe with season 6 that this was going to be the season, but as you can see, the bunker is still not open. It's still closed. You can't break into it. There's nothing you can do to get in there. It's still closed and locked tight. Okay, so one of the other things that you're going to see here that's changed in Wailing Woods is look on these trees now. So there was always these 4 big trees in the corner of Wailing Woods at that center location where the tree house was, usually by those there were some chests, and now there are actually surveillance cameras that are moving around. So these surveillance cameras are out here just kind of scoping things out. So what does that lead us to? So if you go into what used to be the clubhouse area or treehouse, whatever you called it, you can go up here. Notice there's been a renovation. This has actually been built up and is something now. And we'll look at it here. What you have is an actual bunker that's hidden down here. You can pop down, go inside of here, and you've got this massive bunker. I mean, this thing is huge. There is a ton of chests in here. There's multiple levels. You can go through all these different places, different rooms. I mean, it's just massive. This thing is absolutely ridiculously enormous. And there you see the remote explosives, or C4 as most people call them. That is one of the other vaulted items that you are no longer going to see in solo, squads, or duos. So here you just have so many different areas, so many different crevices and places that you can go hide. I mean, this place is crazy now. I mean, there's a lot going on here. So think about even when it comes to the final circles and ending in Wailing Woods. You know how a lot of people are like, oh my God, I hate the circle ending in Wailing Woods because you're always in the trees and everything tucked away. Well, now you've got somewhere to go down into this bunker. And I mean, this could cause for some really crazy end games if that circle ends down here and people are having to fight close quarters indoors. So I think it could be interesting. I think it'll be fun. I like the changes they've made to Wailing Woods. I think it's definitely the way to go. So there's no way out of here really, with the exception of either building up. If you can go back up, see, so I'm running around this here. There's no way down here. You literally have to kind of build back up from the way that you came. See, build up here, so you can build back up from the way that you came, or if you're already down here, there is a rift. And yes, rifts are still in the game. There is a rift down here that you can take, and this will allow you to get out as well. Okay, so this rift, you can take it. There's only the one down here. You take it, it takes you right up directly above Wailing Woods, and there you go. All right, and for our final change, what you have is no longer just a Haunted Hills, but now there's a Haunted Hills with a haunted castle. So this is going to be like Hotel Transylvania here for those of you that watch those movies. This is basically like a little kid's version of Haunted Hills, I guess. The spooky castle. So it'll be interesting to see what people call this. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So we'll just kind of go through it. I'll show you some of the things about it. They've placed it and situated it upon the hill over here that oversees Haunted Hill. So it used to be just nothing but just a hilltop and all that. For you go up here, there was really nothing special up here. But now you look down, and what you have is Haunted Hills down below you. So you're situated up here. You have this big old area, and it's pretty massive. It's really interesting to go through. You got some chests up here. You have plenty of weapon drops and floor spawns. A lot of different things that you can do. So, and a way leading right down into Haunted Hills. So this will be interesting as well, just to kind of see, what people do with, these different locations. Let's see how it shakes up the end game. Do you like these changes? I mean, I don't know. I like the changes. I don't necessarily like those shadow cubes, though. I know I've already said that multiple times, but I'm going to keep repeating it. I don't know that I like those. I'm not even a fan of the Rift-to-Go. I made a video about that, how I said it was a bad idea, and I've been right. It is a bad idea. I understand the way to, move about the map quickly, but to have a thing like a Rift-to-Go where you can just box yourself in and hurry up and get away from the enemy and, and try to survive longer by running away, it just, to me, it kind of extends the gameplay and takes away from, somebody having, better skill and ability to take out an opponent. So, I don't know, how things are going to go with Season 6. We'll see what happens. So far, I mean, I like some of these changes that have been made. But let me know down in the comments what you think. I appreciate you watching this video. If you would, smack that thumbs up button. Give me a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And be on the lookout for my next videos.